Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining my webinar on how video can boost your tourism brand and on any budget, and I really do mean on any budget. There is no excuse these days not to use video in your marketing. And in this webinar, I'm going to show you live examples of each type of video that you can produce on any budget, all the way through from filming on your smartphone, all the way up to expert videographers. But before I do that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Chris Torres and I am the owner director of the Tourism Marketing Agency, and my agency helps turn your lookers into bookers, helping boost your brand and your revenue. But before I tell you a little bit more about myself, what are you going to learn in this webinar? So in this webinar, you are going to learn why video is so important. To me, video is hands down one of the best marketing tools you can possibly use. Two, how can you produce a video on any budget? As I mentioned, you don't need to have a massive budget to produce good quality video for your marketing and your websites. And I'm also going to give you some takeaway ideas that you can actually start filming today. So that is what you will learn. But before I go into that, I'll just give you a little brief overview of who I am and why I consider myself a tourism expert. So I've had just over 26 years of brand development and marketing expertise. And over the last 10 years, I have been running a marketing agency called the Tourism Marketing Agency. Previously, it was actually called Senshi Digital. It was Japanese for warrior. But we recently changed to the Tourism Marketing Agency, as it pretty much says what we do in the tin, and people didn't realise what Senshi was. So we changed the name for that fact. But I have had the pleasure of working with some of the world's biggest brands, including Julia Travel in Spain and Greyline, who are the oldest and largest sightseeing company in the world. Working with these type of customers has allowed me to gain real insights into what makes a tourism business and a destination successful. No, the budgets of these sort of companies has allowed us to do a lot of research and usability, a lot of research in the marketing aspects, and we've taken that knowledge to help other small to medium-sized businesses along the way. So that's pretty much who I am, and I also run a Facebook group called the Digital Tourism Show. On there, it's a private group, so you feel free to join. But on there, there's over 200 videos of free marketing advice that I provide, as well as there's a community being built up there, so you can ask questions, the community will help out, and I'm also there as well to answer any questions that you may have. So feel free to join, just do a search for the Digital Tourism Show on Facebook. So shameless plug over now, so let's get stuck into why we are here. But first, let me tell you a little story. And please bear with me, this story does have a point. So I have always had a love of everything Japanese ever since back in primary school. We were given an assignment to talk about a point in history. Now, I didn't want to do the usual, like a lot of my classmates were doing at the time, to talk about things like the Vietnam War, World War I or World War II, etc. I wanted to do something a little bit different because those sort of topics didn't really interest me. So my father was subscribed to a book club called the Reader's Digest, and I don't even know if that's still a thing, but he used to get lots and lots of books delivered to him every week and every month. And one of the books I pulled off the shelf was about Japanese history, but specifically samurai history, and that spurred my love for all things Japanese. Hence, a lot of my business sort of practices are based on Japanese philosophy. But why am I telling you this? Well, about 10 years ago, me and my wife, before we started a family, made a decision that we were going to go on a big, massive trip. So we did what any person normally does these days, is we searched online to see where we could go and who could take us on that trip. Now, we found one company, and the reason why we went with them is they had an abundance of video content. The video content they had were telling you little bits of history and tips about the various destinations and places that they would take you to. But not only that, they had a lot of videos from their own tour guides. And that helped spur on, let us see the love and the passion that their tour guides had for what they did. But not only that, when we eventually booked up with this company because of these videos. And we were originally only going to go for about 2 weeks and travel around various places of Japan. But we ended up staying a month and going to see a lot more places than we ever dreamed of. And that was purely sold on the content that they had, and specifically the video content that they had. Now, one of the things that they put to us was to climb Mount Fuji. Now, we obviously wanted to see Mount Fuji. It's one of the main sites to see in Japan, but we never in a million years thought that we could climb to the top of Mount Fuji. I wouldn't say we're the fittest people in the world, me and my wife, but we managed to do it, and we managed to get to the top of Mount Fuji with my wife and one of my best friends. It's an accomplishment and an achievement that will be with me for the rest of my life. To this day, I still talk about it. I still talk about, like I am doing with you just now, I still talk about that company and the experience that I had, especially when you get sites like this at the top of Mount Fuji to see the sunrise. Now, again, all that was spurred on, and this is the point of telling you this story. None of that would have happened if it wasn't for the video content that we saw from this company. The video content sold it to us. It sold the experience to us. And that is what made us, one, extend our stay, spending more money with the company, and two, refer them on to other friends, other family members, as much as possible. As soon as I hear someone talking about they're thinking about going to Japan, those are the companies. That is a company that I instantly recommend, especially the tour guide that we had. Now, to me, like I say, that was 10 years ago. And a lot of businesses, even today, are not doing half of what that business did 10 years ago in terms of video content. Now, like I say, they were doing a lot of video on their own staff and their own tour guides, providing basically storytelling, telling their stories about what they wanted to, what they would show you while you were there, what they loved, their passion, etc., etc. And this is because you really have to switch your own mindsets to become storytellers. This is when you better engage with your customers and you create more value in the long run. But not only that, video is so important. But why is it so important? Well, the couple of examples I have given you there is the reason why. But it also builds brand reputation. The real value to that company wasn't so much us spending money to take that trip, to go on that tour for a month. It came after the trip with the amount of recommendations we have made to that company, still talking about our experience, still talking about the time that we had there. But not only that, it helped build lasting relationships. Now, the tour guide that we saw the video from this company was a person called Tyler Palmer. He was an American chap, and he met us at the airport. And because he met us at the airport and he happened to be the one who we saw in the video, it instantly built up that sort of relationship with him. It sort of broke down the barriers because you felt that you were meeting a friend because you'd already saw him in the videos. And that is a powerful message to send to your customers. If you have your own tour guides producing these videos and relaying why they love what they do, and then the people, your customers, taking those tours, and it happens to be those tour guides, then that is worth its weight in gold. It really does help build up those lasting relationships. So much so, 10 years on, me, my wife, and Tyler, and my best friend, we're still friends on Facebook. We've seen he's just get married. He's had a couple of kids, and we are going to go back to Japan once our own kids have got that little bit older. And we want to go back to Japan, and we want Tyler to be our tour guide. We won't have anyone else, and it will be through that. He is still with that company, and it will be through that company. So this is what I mean by it builds lasting relationships, and that is what a video can do for you. But there is some stats also. That's all well and done and good in what I'm saying. But why is video so important? And allow me to share some statistics with you. The average user watches around 32 videos per month, and most of these are on a mobile device. When you're scrolling along Facebook or if they're visiting YouTube, you're instantly playing videos, and the average user, as I say, watches about 32 videos per month, which is a lot of video, and this is on the increase. No, these are figures from last year, so this will, I suspect, this year will be a lot higher. Now, the next few stats are really interesting to me. About 79% of all travellers will search YouTube for travel ideas, but 67% of those travellers have yet to select a destination. So when it comes to producing your own video content, you must entice and persuade them to visit your destination, not necessarily your products and experiences. Yes, have video content that explains what you do in your own experiences and the type of products that you produce and you have, but also produce videos about your destination that has nothing to do with your business. Now, you can maybe make passing comment about your business in it, but sell your destination, entice people to come to your destination. Then at the end of that video, you may have a little ad running through the video or a little ad at the beginning or at the end that then entices them to then click off to then view another video or to one of your products. But advertise your destination, not just your own experiences. Now, another reason why video is so important, and by the end of this year, about 84% of all internet traffic, will come from video. But this is a stat that really is the big one for me. Now, consumers process information from a video 60,000 times faster than written form. Now, think about that for a second. If someone is landing on your website, they view your product page, and if you have a video itinerary on that product page explaining what they're going to get on that tour or on that experience or on that product, they are 60 times more likely and faster to click your book or inquire button than they are from reading the content on the page. Content on the page is still very important. Some people do prefer to read, but most people react better to video. And video, to me, if you can entice them 60,000 times faster to click that book button, to me, it's a no-brainer. And in fact, having video on a product page, and I'll come to this later, can actually increase your booking rates by a fair amount. So, video on any budget, and I truly mean any budget. So, anytime I speak to customers, typically the first thing they say is video is expensive. And it really does not need to be. You know, in this day and age with iPhones, mobile devices, etc., and even the equipment that you can buy, it really does not need to be expensive. Also, one of the aspects that people think it needs to be expensive is because they think it needs to be perfect. It doesn't need to be. You know, people expect, especially on social media, people expect you to sort of film quick and fast on a mobile device and throw things up on social media. As long as the content and the story-driven content is good, the quality and what you're filming doesn't need to be Hollywood budget. But as long as the story is there, then that is what really matters. So the first option, and a small budget option, and to be honest, this can be for any size company. It's always good to do a mixture of everything that I'm going to say for any size of business. But the small budget option would be to obviously film in your smartphone. So for those in a low budget, most modern smartphones can film in full HD, or even the most modern phones like the iPhone X can film in full 4K video. Now, you can even edit these on your phone and produce some really good results. However, if you're too busy running your own business, or you simply feel you do not have a creative eye, you can use things like stock footage as well. But first, before I come on to that, let's have a look at what can be done on a smartphone. Now, the company I'm going to show you here is Greyline Iceland. Now, Greyline Iceland produce a lot of quick videos that they do on their smartphone. And they do these in a sort of fun way. They're no longer than 60 seconds. They post them up on their YouTube and their Facebook channels. And it has really helped them sort of boost their brand a little bit and get across the culture of the people of Iceland and their tour guides. So let me just play a little example of one of their videos to give you an idea of what they can do.
That I feel sometimes that we Icelanders are misunderstood. I think it is simply a cultural difference. For example, do you know how to say please in Icelandic? We don't. We don't say please. It's just not in our vocabulary. We're Vikings, for heaven's sakes. Do you know the equivalent for please is Gjerde det, which quite literally means do it. That's our please.
So hopefully you get the idea. No, it's a fun little video, getting along across the culture and that tour guide. And again, what I mentioned with Tyler Palmer, when I went for a tour of Iceland as well, the tour guide happened to be Didi, who you see in that video, and she was a barrel of fun. It was one of the most fun I've ever had on a tour. And again, broke down those barriers, made that instant connection because she was on these videos and we happened to meet her taking it out our tour in Iceland. So again, that's something that can be really, really quickly edited on a mobile device. It's something that's very, very quick to do. And if you have your tour guides out on tour anyway, utilise that time. They will have some downtime in between your own customers going off to do their own little thing, to see some of the aspects. You usually have a good 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of their own time looking around this particular area. Use that time to film little videos like that, or even film your customers and take some footage of them, etc., if they obviously allow you to. But again, there is no excuse not to take video, especially now that you can do things like this on a mobile device. Now, I briefly mentioned the other small budget option is to use stock footage. Yes, you can use stock footage. Now, stock footage can be used to create a multitude of different types of video options, whether this is a social ad or even something like a background video on your webpage. Now, this is one we quickly put together for a company called Ciao Italy. And all the footage that you see here in the back of this website is all stock footage. There's some very, very good libraries out there that you can get some stunning stock photography to do stuff like this. So again, there is no excuse not to use video. The video that you're seeing here cost no more than $60 to put together. Yes, it took me a little bit of my time to edit, but it was all just quick, fast edits, straight cuts. But the actual footage itself cost no more than $60. And I'll come on to some of the platforms where you can get these videos in a minute. Before I play this one, this is a video, again, using stock footage. This was for a test for a social ad. We actually had a customer come to us and say, you can't use stock footage. It's impossible. Whereas we wanted to obviously prove them wrong because we knew you could. So this was just quickly put together for a company called Avventure Bellissimi in Italy. All using stock footage again, stock audio tracks as well, and just very, very roughly edited, very, very quickly together, just to give them a brief example of what could be done. And this was to advertise the Amalfi Coast. So let me just quickly play this for you. So again, I hope you get the idea with that. Again, it was very, very roughly edited. We could do a lot more better with this, but it was just to quickly show what can be done. And the good thing about this one is we managed to find a lot of footage that had the same two girls in it all the time. So it allowed to give that sort of continuity and a little bit of story-driven element of two friends having fun out to visit the Amalfi Coast. So you can find this footage in a lot of different places, and it can really help boost your brand. Again, some of that footage can be used in a background video on a website to help really sort of entice and bring your page to life, or it can be used in videos like this for social ads on Instagram or Facebook, that type of thing. Again, a video like this, all that footage was from a different video library, and it was a little bit more expensive. But again, a couple of £100 to put something like that together, using really good footage and an audio track. Put that onto Facebook, get a couple of tours or a tour back from that, it more than pays for itself. So some of the stock libraries that we use, I recommend, is Big Stock Photo. Well, Big Stock Photo has a massive amount of videos as well as photographs. They do two different packages, the two main packages. It's $60 per month for the two different packages. You can download either 10 images a day or 10 videos per day. And that's $60 per month for each, for either the video or the photographs. So again, it's even if you only take it out for a couple of months or even a month, you can download as much as you want over that time and then use that footage. But for $60, you can get a lot of footage to create your ads. Video Blocks is another decent library. A lot of videos are free. It's a smaller sort of yearly cost as well if you want to download some of the more exclusive content, like a couple $100. But that gives you access for a year and you can pretty much download any footage that is on there. So that's Video Blocks. And Pond5, which is actually what I used for the Adventure Bellissimi ad. Pond5 is a bit more expensive. You're maybe talking anything between $30 to $100 per video. But again, if you want to just do something a little bit different and you're not using a lot of footage and you want to create a really good Facebook ad or a social ad, it's another good platform to use. But again, you don't need to break the bank to create these type of videos. So small to medium budget options, just like the smartphone, you can go out and create video yourself. And a piece of kit that I would recommend that everyone has is a GoPro and using their camera grip. Now, I use this extensively for my own business. I use it when I'm going out on tour with my family, and we create some really good family videos with it. But you can use this to then create good videos as well for your own. If you had your own tour guides out there, or if you just went out your own, taking some good video footage, you can really do this very, very well with this equipment. Now, everyone should really know what a GoPro is, but with their camera grip, it makes it look as if your video is gliding along rails, gives it a quite cinematic feel to it. And that's what the equipment together, you're maybe talking £300 to £400 for the GoPro itself and about £300 for the camera grip. So between £600 and £700 all in for the equipment. But again, if you're producing lots of video content, that will pay for itself. And it's a rugged piece of equipment. The GoPro itself, not the handle, but the GoPro itself is waterproof. So even if you're doing water sports and you have tours that involves water, you can even take the GoPro underwater as well. Just not the camera grip, so don't take that underwater. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a quick family video that I put together. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with the full 5-minute video, but what I will do is just show you a minute or two just to give you a feel of how much of the quality, how good the quality of this equipment is. And again, for the price, it's not that expensive and it's something that allow you to do it yourself. Now, the video I'm going to show you, I am not a videographer. No, I'm sort of self-taught. I've self-taught how to edit footage together. No, I purchased some stock audio tracks to overlay. I overlaid some titles. But again, I'm not a videographer. I put this together fairly quickly. I put it together in about half an hour at the most. And it will just allow you to see the quality you can get and how quickly you can put something like this together. So let me just show you a minute or so of the family video, and we'll speak about it after this. like I say, I won't bore you with full family video. I don't want to do that to you. But hopefully you can see the quality of that is stunning, and I'm really proud of what I managed to produce there. And again, that was with using that equipment and a very, very limited knowledge of video editing. Now, although I do have a creative eye, like I say, I'm not a videographer. Self-taught when it comes to editing and producing high-quality videos, so it is doable in the most modest budget. Now, once you purchase this equipment, it will pay for itself many, many times over. And like I say, you can create some stunning footage with it, and hopefully you can sort of see that from that example. Medium to large budget option is obviously you can hire an expert to do it yourself, or for them to do it for you, rather. Now, again, this does not need to be expensive. Now, you will get people out there who will charge you thousands of pounds for taking video. But the video I'm going to show you is an expert video produced by one of our videographers. And they even use, very sparingly, but they even used a drone to take some of the footage as well. Now, this video was done for approximately around £600. So again, doesn't need to be expensive, but what it does show, it just shows you the level. So we went from smartphone, we then went to using stock footage, we went to filming it yourself in something like a GoPro, and hopefully you steadily see the increase in quality as you go through. Now this one is really good quality because again it's done on expert equipment. It's got a little bit of drone footage in it, and obviously it's an expert editing this footage as well. But again, does not need to be expensive. This was done for around £600. Now you can go all out and spend thousands of pounds on a big budget video if you really wish, but hiring an expert does not need to be expensive. So again, let me just show you this example of a video we did for a client, and again hopefully see the next step up in the quality. So again, hopefully you can see the difference in the quality of that video. And again, it's because we used an expert. But for any marketing strategy, I always recommend to use a mixture of all of these different methods that you've seen. No, you don't. If you have got the budget for videos like this, great. But I wouldn't recommend you do every video with this type of budget. Do some video, film sort of quick and dirty and in the moment using your mobile devices or a GoPro. Sometimes use some stock footage if you really, really want to. I would use stock footage sparingly. That's the only one I would maybe say use it for like a background video or something like that if you don't have enough footage yourself in the meantime. But using stock footage as a stopgap until you build up a sort of library of footage yourself. And then, yeah, use an expert, use your smartphones, get your tour guides involved. Even create a little video series of your own staff, etc., that maybe not be tour guides, just to get a bit of a feel for a business. There's so many options, but again, we'll come on to that in a second. But hopefully you can sort of see the difference in quality. But again, filming on a smartphone is still good and relevant for social posting, etc. as much as. So this video here is what I call an itinerary video. So an itinerary video is one of the most important videos that you could have. Now this should be present on all your product pages. If you can, film it yourself, hire an expert, whatever you can do. Have a video on each one of your product pages. Now, the video itinerary, we have seen increase bookings by as much as 80%, in some cases even higher. But because this video tells the person looking at that product page what they're going to get, what they're going to experience in a sort of professional manner, it really helps sell that tour. And again, this could still be done on your smartphone. It could still be done on a GoPro, or it can be done in a more sort of expert way, as this video was, to be honest. So let me just show you again a quick example. I know I'm showing you a lot of video examples here, but I'm just trying to get across the points of the types of footage that you could be filming. So let me just show you a very quick example of this video itinerary.
Welcome to the Golden Circle Tour, Southern Iceland's most popular tourist route, and a chance to visit some of Iceland's most historical attractions. Þingvellir National Park, founded in 1930, holds historical, cultural, and geological importance. Lying in a rift valley, it marks the crest of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and offers unparalleled views of Iceland's landscape.
Again, I hope you get the idea. Now, we actually tested this page before we posted up the video. Now, when the video was posted on this page, it increased the bookings by about 80%, from going from a month-by-month sort of likeness. And it has stayed steady at that. Again, having video itineraries like this on all your product pages, so I would advise you to at least do it on your key products. This can help boost your own bookings or inquiries, depending on how you do business. But something like this is a very, very powerful tool if done correctly. Again, you can still film this on your iPhone. If you can imagine it was one of the tour guides explaining and showing the different sites that person's going to see. Now, I've heard some companies mention that they don't want to show too much in the video because then why would they come on tour? To me, that's quite frankly a lame excuse. No, people, yes, want to be able to see where they're going to go. And yes, you may show little hidden gems or things that they will experience on that tour, but nothing will compete with actually going to see it and experiencing it in person and with your own eyes. A lot of people have this issue with VR. They think, well, everyone's just going to be sitting there with headsets on and in a virtual reality world and not actually going to visit destinations. Far from it. If anything, something like VR, for example, is going to entice people to go and visit these places more, in my opinion. But again, video itineraries, one of the main things that I recommend that you do. So again, as I say, using a mixture of all these methods is what I recommend for any marketing campaign. Like I say, you don't want to be filming all the time in high quality. You want to be filming using your smartphones, your GoPros, a mixture of high quality, etc., etc. And things, because you want to be able to capture in the moment. Just like on Instagram. Instagram is a great platform for capturing photographs and video of in the moment. Do the same thing when you're out, when your tour guides are out on tour. Arm them with smartphones or get them to use their own smartphones. Take them to get them to take as much footage and photographs, whatever you want to take, as much as possible. They'll create a Google Drive and get them to drop all that footage and imagery into that Google Drive, and that allows your marketing teams to then see what's there and use that within your campaigns. So a few ideas to take away that you can start filming today. I mentioned it before. Creating an advice series with your own staff and guides. These people deal with your customers on a day-to-day basis. They will have stories to tell. If you have your tour guides, they should be knowledgeable about your destination. So use that to create short videos promoting and highlighting their favourite places. Technically, if they are not able to get across in video their passion and why they love doing what they do and talking about a destination, then maybe they shouldn't be a tour guide. No, they wouldn't. If they can't do it on video, then they can't do it in person in front of one of their customers. But they should also show little hidden gems that your customers may want to be able to see, and that helps entice people along to take one of your products. As I just mentioned, itinerary videos are a great way to showcase your products. This explains to your customers what they will experience in a story format that will entice them towards that book button. Destination videos, as I mentioned earlier, 67% of customers don't know where they wish to go on their next holiday. So create a video about your destination and not necessarily about your own products. An expert video series. Now, do you have an industry expert in your company? Well, for example, say you run whiskey tours or you have an expert in whitewater rafting. Well, create an advice series around them that helps highlight your expertise. This helps to build trust in your brand and also will help create more traffic heading towards your products to hopefully get those extra bookings that you're looking for. And lastly, to me, this is a no-brainer. Ask your customers for video content, to create social ads. Run a competition and ask past customers to submit video to maybe win a return trip to your destination. Even if you're paying for the flight, the cost of paying for a flight, to get that footage, post it up on your social media, to post it up and create ads on your website, to then generate a number of extra bookings. More often than not, that will more than pay for itself, and then you have the option of maybe getting repeat business from that and referral business from that. Don't just think about what you're going to get immediately. Think about what you're going to get after the fact. But this footage by your own customers can help also bring a sense of authenticity to your brand. Now, that helps to build up the trust, it helps to build people's minds that you are the company that they want to take them out on tour or to experience one of those products, just like the company did when I went to Japan. But this also opens up other video opportunities as well. If you're running a competition, you could be creating a video of their time, of the winner's time at your destination, or even doing like a Facebook Live video of the competition draw. You can think a little bit out the box of the video footage that you can do from the other footage that you're creating and the other sort of marketing angles that you're going down with and the strategies that you're doing. But it all comes down to this: it's story, story, story. Now, don't always just talk about your products. Nobody likes to be sold to. It all comes down to story. You really need to get across your experience. You need to tell the stories about your destination, why people want to take your products and go out on a tour with you. If you can't tell a story, then quite frankly, your guide, your business, you shouldn't be in a tourism business, because tourism is all about telling stories. It's all about storytelling. This is why people take your products. They want more knowledge. They want to see sites. They want to hear the stories. They want to experience the destination. So it all comes down to story. And a couple of final thoughts. I've spoken a lot about video, why it's important, but this final thought to me is where tourism businesses must go, and it's where you must change your mindset to. To survive in today's market, do not be a tourism business. Be a media company that just happens to sell and promote exceptional tourism products. Being a tourism business, yes, of course, you're going to create your products, sell your products, take people out on tour, but you have to get out of that mindset of when you're marketing and promoting your own business, you must become a media company. The company that puts out the most good content, good story-driven content, whether it's social posting, whether it's video, whether it's photographs on a daily basis, and it's high quality and it's good quality. And when I mean high quality, I don't mean having it filmed by an expert all the time. I just mean in the content, the story-driven content. If that content is of high quality and it's what people want to eat up and want to experience, that is what I mean. Is you have to become a media company if you want to survive in today's business. Because there's so many other businesses out there who will probably do similar products to what you do. Price in this day and age is not as much of a factor. It's pretty much non-existent. People will pay more if they feel they're going to get a better experience from your business, if you can show that you are the company who can be trusted and you are the company that they can deal with and will sell that experience to them and give them that experience that they're craving for. Thank you so much for watching my webinar. I really do hope you found it useful. As a small token of my thanks, I would like to offer you a half-price SEO audit. Now, this normally retails for £500, but I'm going to offer it to you today for £250. Now, the reason why we're doing an SEO audit is because there's no point in doing any videos, any marketing, anything like that, if you don't have a strong enough platform, i.e. your website, to promote all this on. So doing a full website audit SEO audit will allow us to see where you are, where you should be, and go through a lot of keyword analysis and strategy of where your customers or your competition is as well, to get an idea of where you need to be battling to help get you gaining in the rankings as well. So that'll be a full audit with a keyword analysis and strategy. We'll also send you a 12-week marketing help guide series. You'll have a dedicated account manager within the team, and you'll have access to a whole bunch of video content that I'm going to be exclusively creating for you guys. And I'm also going to be throwing in a video website audit. This is where I visit your websites and I come to it, never seen the website before, I'll come to it blind as if I am a new customer. I will record my experience and give them tips and advice on things I think you need to change to help boost those extra bookings. Maybe it could be the placement of a button, it could be placement of images or videos, that type of thing. But I'll come to it and I will share that video with you and you'll have that as well. If you'd like to take us up on this offer, just visit tourismmarketing.agency/webinar offer. I believe it offers great value and I'll hopefully be able to help out you and your business. So thank you once again. I really do appreciate you listening to my webinar. Again, I hope you found it useful. So please visit our Facebook group, just do a search for the Digital Tourism Show, or please visit the website tourismmarketing.agency. And hopefully I shall be able to help you out in another webinar in the near future. So thanks again for listening.